today I'm going to be presenting around building Dapp's notifications with Web3Inbox. So yeah, just a bit about myself. I used to work in social media and marketing, and then I moved into software engineering, and then now I move into dev relations. I spend a lot of my time thinking about the next future of wallets. We've had wallets from a very long time ago, and then now we have a new era of wallets and dApps that I'm really interested to talk about today. Cool. So for those that aren't familiar with WalletConnect, a disclaimer, we are not a wallet. We're a wallet and Dapp infrastructure company. So you might have seen our QR codes quite often around the place, and we power many millions of requests per day. And basically, yeah, we try and build and bridge the gap between dApps and wallets that you may have known of. So we are actually two different parts. So we have products, and then a lot of things that you might have used this QR code on is primarily built on Sign API, but we have all these other cool APIs which make up our products. So I'm just going to quickly, for today's context, just go through what is WalletConnect, of course talk about the bounties because that's what you're here for, and then I'll talk about Web3Inbox and how you can build some cool experiences. Cool. So Web3 Modal is the flagship product that we started out with, and it's around connecting your wallet to your Dapp. So this is if you've ever been a Dapp developer or someone who's interacted with a Dapp on the right-hand side of Connect Wallet, that's what this serves purpose on. So 500 different wallets, and something I want to talk around 6963, and then we have a few more cool things around embedded wallets, around email coming soon. So there is this problem in the Ethereum space called the injection wars, or window.ethereum. It's an absolute nightmare. And the way it works is you have MetaMask and you have Phantom, then you have a Cosmos wallet, and then you try and use MetaMask, but then the other wallet pops up and things like that. So this is dependent on a thing called window.ethereum, and that is like solved. So if you ever had the whole MetaMask and Phantom wallet, all this kind of cycle, like that's over. So if you see on the left-hand side on Web3 Modal, you can see that like you can choose your injected wallet. So that's a cool thing that we've worked on in the open source space to get forward. And we support several different types of wallets in the space. Web3 wallet, so if Pepe wants to connect to airdrop.pepe.io, kind of looks like a scam. So this is something that we've been working on. So Web3 wallet is if you're a wallet developer. So if you've ever used MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and things like that. And we really think about, how do we help wallet developers, but also how do we give more verification and security features towards them. So that's something that we've been shipping. And most importantly is multi-chain. Like things have changed from 2014 to 17. Like we have a lot more networks, and that's an experience that we wanted to deliver. And this is the one that we'll be going through more in the workshop. But I really what we have now is push notifications, and chat is coming shortly. And we really want to think about, all right, you've built your Dapp and wallet, how do you build more engagement around it? So I'll be going into this a bit later, but essentially we really want to think about the Web 2, Web 3 product experience. Cool. So this is what you guys are here for, of course, among some other things, to network and do all the cool things. So we have 20K in total bounty prizes. So the first one, which I'll go through in a lot more of this workshop today, is around Web3Inbox. So the best integration, a total prize of around 7K. So that's, I would say, one of the higher pool prizes we have, the prize pools. And then we have mobile. So we're very bullish on mobile. We started, and we've helped a lot more mobile wallets integrate. But this is also on the Dapp side. So Web3 Modal is the Dapp side. So if you're a mobile developer that can build on React Native, Flutter, iOS, or Android and Kotlin, like that's all supported. So there's 6K up for grabs for that one. My alpha is not many people will be doing this track, so, hint, hint. And innovation pool prize is that this is for just a pool prize, and if you make some sort of, basically if you integrate Web3 Modal, the Connect Wallet button, but also make an interesting experience. Don't just, npm install and call it a day, right? So you need to do a little bit more than that, but that's what we're looking forward to. amongst Web3 wallet if you want to integrate that. So those are our two things that qualify for the pool prize. I would imagine most of you would be qualifying for this one, but also if you're here for Inbox, I'll go into that. Cool. So this is something that I guess you are all familiar with. And I want to ask a raise a hand of a question. How many of you do on-chain transactions every day? Every day? Are you sure? 1, 2, 3. All right. We got some degens here. So this is actually quite rare. Every time I've been in an audience, there's only been one person putting their hand up. So making on-chain transactions every day to weekly to monthly, like everyone has a different time period. But we want to get to a place that if you think about your Web2 experience, you use Instagram or TikTok, and you're kind of in this dopamine wheel effect, and you're using it and you're starting to enjoy the product. But Web3 kind of doesn't have that. We're still stuck in the just, I'm going to stake my ETH and I'll come back to it, and then I have to check in-app, I have to log in again and do it, and I don't feel like that's the experience that we want to go towards. So I personally spend a lot of time talking to wallets and dApps to figure out like what is happening in the space. We get to talk to 300 plus wallets and many hundreds of dApps as well. And I think it's been harped on for a long time, hey, let's fix crypto UX. But I feel like we're in the latter half of really starting to solve it, namely things like account abstraction and all of that. But the way I see dApps right now, and most of you will end up building dApps during this hackathon, is this is kind of the categorization in my head that works around what dApps are. So, and then you see these features in wallets. So you financially read or write, you send ETH, you send Sol, you receive Sol, whatever. NFTs, you can look at your, Punk or whatever else, and you can send it, interact with any of these contracts. You have identity with like decentralized identity with Disco, Lens, ENS, like all these things, all these pieces are here around multi-chain, and more recently and more popular is like SocialFi and this whole thing of consumer crypto. I'm personally not like really with the whole consumer crypto thing. It should just be consumer and like just use and build things that people need. So that's the main thing that's being talked about these days. And we think a lot about this Connect Wallet experience. And the thing is, right now is the left-hand side of where we sit. We sit in a very token-centric like system, and DeFi and NFTs are leading the use case. But right now, I can only see 5 people here who put their hand out of 20 to 30 that are using on-chain transactions every day. So I think things needs to change, and we're not going to be able to solve it overnight. But our thesis around Web3Inbox is really thinking around communication. So Web 2 products easily, like if you think about the onboarding experiences with like sign in with Google and this and sign in with that, and then you can easily use these products without having to do all these transactions, right? And that's what we want to get towards. We want to go towards that experience where like notifications, messaging, communication is like all actually properly working, and it feels like native towards the experience that we have, in Web 2. And the last part I kind of want, my personal take as well, is that wallets are no longer this transactional like list. You go to Etherscan and you're like, oh, these are the things that my wallet did. But I think we should start to reframe mentally like what we think a wallet is. And we believe like a wallet is more like an identity hub that allows you to interact with the rest of consumer crypto, or however you else want to phrase it, because it's no longer a transaction list. We can do so much more. And I feel like as developers or as product people or business people here, we need to start thinking about wallets not as financial lists, transaction lists, but as an identity that allows you to do things. Cool. So with this in mind, we really wanted to think about like notifications, like whether it's like OpenSea or Foundation or Zora that you're minting, or snapshot proposals or swaps, or like whenever your stake has reached a certain amount, and a lot more thinking around, or even ENS domains, like I have to regularly check in on my ENS domains to see when they expire or if I can buy someone else's. So all of these things are still kind of missing, and we really want to do like a full product experience where it actually feels native. So yeah, like just kind of want you to pause for a minute and start thinking of like what this experience means more. Like, sure, it just looks like another iOS notification button on your phone, but I feel like this experience is going to help us more like feel more engaged with what's happening with like consumer crypto products. Cool. So this is just a GitHub template if you end up wanting to work on Web3Inbox. This is all the instructions and it's a quick guide to. I can give you the information on this a bit later. So what I'm just going to go through over the next 5-10 minutes is just go through the code to show you what that experience looks like, and then I'm happy to take some questions at the end. Great. So this is mainly initially for Web3Inbox's JS. So it would, just your standard packages, npm, bun, yarn, whatever else that you want to do. You'd add in some environment variables here. So you need a secret for your using notifications. And then here is just pretty much like a sample, like I guess, body of what it would mean to like just send a notification. We really wanted to make it as simple as a Web 2 kind of style of just, sending it through to this title, body, whatever you want to do, and whoever account that you want to send it to. So this is something I'll show you a bit later, but this is just a quick callback in React and just showing you like how simple the block is of if you think, say, let's just take a DAO proposal notification app, for example, right? And then you have your DAO vote and then it's like, oh, it's been passed. All the front end and the back end has to do is be listening for that event, and then you can easily send these kind of notifications. Cool. So I'm going to switch over to the demo here just to show you what this experience looks like. So just as a heads up, this is what you will spin up easily just from an npm install from that code snippet I showed you. So basically you just connect your wallet here, and what you do here is we've taken an approach of like, there's a lot of spam that can happen if you were to receive notifications or chat. So we've taken a decentralized identity approach, as you can see on it says did. That's just a kind of like a way to standard around it. So basically you're just signing authorization to this application. Hey, you don't, like we give you access to talk to us as opposed to just getting spammed. So this is just that. So this is just authenticating the signing. And then this is 0x87. And then I'll be subscribing to this application. So here, there's nothing that's been subscribed as of yet. This is just some further information around it. And what is actually just about to happen is now this application is event listening to every single block that's been happening. So listening for on-chain events. And that's where I would assume that any of you who is hacking on all of this would be thinking around what on-chain event can we start to think is more exciting towards the consumer and something that I can get like excited about. Like I'd want to know when I get liquidated. Like these kind of things I kind of want you guys to start thinking about. So that's that. So this is just running in the background for the block. So that's that. I think soon enough there will be another block that's mined. And then I want to send a test notification. So this is something that you can also programmatically create of, okay, so you were listening for on-chain events. What if you want to do a different type of messaging? So there's two different ways that you can do it. Cool. And then the way I kind of want you guys to think about it is this is the Dapp side, or this is the app. And then if you think about it on the wallet, which I'll kind of show you in a little bit, is, okay. All right. So we have this thing called app.web3inbox. So this kind of think about Web3Inbox, kind of inbox, think about your Gmail, think about it as where you get all of your messaging. So what we did is on this app, I connected 0x87. And then this one, I'm subscribing to the app I created here on 0x87, just as a verification. And it should kind of come up as part of like your inbox. So then if you compare, like I mentioned, left-hand side is your Dapp, right-hand side is your wallet. So right now it just mined a new block and all of that. So all of this is working, synchronously, on the app side and the client side and the wallet side. So this is kind of the experience, and I want you guys to think about like, what if this experience was native to your phone? So that's kind of where we're trying to go towards. Cool. And yeah, so I'm pretty good to wrap up. A bit shorter on time, but that's fine. And yeah, so we're hiring 2 product managers, if that's of interest. Documentation's there, GitHub's there. And yeah, thank you so much, and looking forward to seeing you guys hack on WalletConnect. Cheers. I'm happy to take any questions here or outside, so cheers.